Welcome back, Descendants, and to a new video in a new series that we are creating on where to farm and the best farms for different high-value materials within the game. Today, we are going to be looking for advanced neural circuits. These suckers are also called blue brains, and these are required for crystallization catalysts, so you will become familiar with them very, very quickly. Now you're going to notice a place to get these is a lot of mission monsters from a lot of different places, but we've got some of the best farms here for you, and we're going to go over that straight up next. So let's get to it. Yep, it's Jayber. He is the best Descendant to use for solo blue brain farming, and we're going to go over just how you can do it. So first off, let's go ahead and take a look at the build here and see what he's got going on. So first thing you're going to notice is there's a blue beetle here. Blue beetle does not matter, not one bit. Blue beetle is only on here because it's the optimization condition for the reactor, and the reactor does matter. You want a reactor with cooldown and duration up, a non-attribute dimension one, so that it matches with his abilities just fine, so you get the most damage out of your turrets possible. For the external components, you're going to want to use Slayer. The max skill power of 26.1% here is better than the small increases for all the other damage buckets. This will get you the fastest kill on the enemies that you need to kill. Looking at the Arche tuning here for Jayber, you're going to see that we have the typical enhanced skill cooldown. We have a bunch of skill power nodes here, including the enhanced skill power. And we came over here for a little more duration up. Now, that is super important because the way this is going to work is with the assault turret. You're going to be putting that down. The duration here you can see is 30.5 seconds. You need to have that duration be longer than your turret engineering. This is the Transcendent module that you'll be using. You need to have the duration on your assault turret be longer than the cooldown for your turret engineering. Because as this turret starts to lose a lot of health and get towards the end of its life, you're going to pop your 3, which is going to recover 20% of the turret's health and increase its duration by another 30 seconds. Let's take a look at some of the mods here and see how we're doing this. Not all of these mods are required, but you do want to stack skill duration through extension and battle of stamina. You're also going to want to have maximized duration. That skill power modifier that you lose here is not as bad as you would think. It still does well. And then you're going to want to have some slight cooldown on here with MP conversion and a focus on mod, and then some damage mods because you do want to output damage to kill the enemies. So now that this is the build, let's see where we can go and do this. I know a lot of you have probably seen this coming, but it is definitely in White Knight Gulch where this is going to be happening, and it's going to be over here on the Fortress Courtyard. So go ahead and go to this temporary safe zone, and then we'll take a look at how to get this all done. Now you'll see there I did load in on private. This is best done in a private instance so you're not interfering with somebody else's gameplay. And this is the node that you're going to come up to. So before we start the mission, there's just going to be a little bit of setup. So what you're going to do is you're going to want to grapple over to where this elite is normally going to spawn. You're going to drop an attack turret over here because you want your turret to immediately kill that enemy once it shows up. So make your way back over to the start node. And once you're over here, you're going to start it up. You're going to drop a healing turret right there to get more out of your passive. And then you're going to keep an eye on this green diamond. When that green diamond goes away, just like that, you are going to abort the mission and then restart it. And this is how you're going to farm blue brains solo with Jayber. You'll notice that the turret's almost dead. I'm going to pop my 3, which is turret engineering, to automatically extend the duration and get more health back on that turret. You want the turret to last longer than the cooldown of turret engineering so that you can continue this loop comfortably and quickly. See, my cooldown's good. I activate it. My turret is still alive. Now you can alter the build in any way you see fit in order to have more duration, in order to have more cooldown, but this is the loop. And you can finish this between 7 to 9 seconds for a total of about 45 blue brains per minute as the best case scenario. These brains drop in stacks of 3 to 6, so your mileage may vary with what happens here. But this is the cycle, this is the loop, and this is what you want to do. Moving on to our second spot on where we're going to farm blue brains. It will also be in White Knight Gulch, but we're going to come all the way down here to this safe zone near the barrier deactivation borderline of truth mission, which is in the mountaintops, all the way down here. And we're going to be using everybody's favorite AoE descendant, Ines. All right, you'll notice we loaded in on private again. That's not going to matter so much here, but as soon as you load in, turn to the right, you'll see the mission node right there. This is a relay mission. So once we get here, go ahead and activate it, and we're going to jump straight up, and we're going to stand on this middle island right here. Very little movement at all, but we're just going to kill all the enemies as they show up. Now this farm is not as efficient as the Jayber farm, but it is a little easier, although it takes longer, and it definitely does not net as many brains per minute as the Jayber farm does. As we kill all the enemies that show up, there's 3 elites, I do believe, that show up in this mission that can drop blue brains. And the mission time takes anywhere from, I think, a minute 10 to about a minute 22, depending on how quickly you are able to dispatch all of the enemies. You'll get some guys that show up out there. Kingsguard Lance is a really good option to go and take care of the enemies that are out there. Otherwise, you can also use Ines's 4th ability to help take care of those. Once this big guy shows up, that's the last enemy, who also drops brains. So we'll go to our mission results here, and you'll see it was 1 minute and 3 seconds. That was a pretty quick one for us. However, we only got 6 brains. This is much worse than the up to 45 that we can get with the Jayber farm. If you don't have Jayber built, if you don't want to build Jayber, if you don't like using Jayber, this is an option for you with Ines. Now, one of the last ways to farm out the blue brains is going to be through infiltration operations. So if we go here and we look at infiltration operation hard, we're going to go to White Knight Gulch, and we're going to see that Mystery's End drops blue brains and heavy ion collectors. For those that don't know, heavy ion collectors was a new material added when Ultimate Sharon was added to the game. This is one of the only places to get it, aside from Biolab in White Knight Gulch as well. Only Biolab doesn't drop blue brains. It drops crystal biogel instead. So if we come here and look at Mystery's End, obviously do it when it's the 400%, because you can get a lot of other materials, mods, and amorphous at the exact same time. But you'll notice you can get 5 advanced neural circuits there. And if you don't want to do it on a 400%, you can do it on a 100 or a 250% and do it as an other infiltration support. So if you want to get yourself some support coins at the same time as getting yourself some circuits and heavy ion collectors, select Mystery's End at 100 or 250% and do other infiltration support. What this will do is you will be able to load into any random infiltration in the game that other people are looking to play, and you will finish that infiltration, but you will get these rewards here. This is how you can get blue brains and advanced or heavy ion collectors through any infiltration operation in the game. Again, this isn't the most recommended way, and it's definitely not the fastest way. Jayber holds the title for that in his Turret Madness. I do want to draw attention to an old farm that was in the game, which was also in White Knight Gulch, the Fortress Outskirts. This is not a good mission to farm the advanced neural circuits at all. The mission takes far too long, and for the first elite to show up takes even longer. You definitely do not want to be farming this mission. It's an old farm. It's not worthwhile anymore. There are far better places, which we just went over, in order to get your blue brains, your advanced neural circuits built up so you can consistently be crafting your crystallization catalysts. Well, that's going to do it for us. You're going to need a lot of these blue brains here. They cost 18 per catalyst craft, and you get stacks from 3 to 6 per drop. So the grind is going to be a hefty one if you want to get a healthy stockpile of these. Got any better farms out there? You have something that you want to see us do a video on, how to farm? Let us know down in the comments below. As always, we're live on Twitch every weeknight, so come on over, say hi to us. You need some help? We pride ourselves in offering stress-free, carefree, and ego-free help in almost everything that TFD has to offer. Be good to each other out there, and as always, until the next video, 0 out.